All right, team, let's get straight into it. I hear this one all the time, and it's time we set the record straight. Someone will come up to me full of hope and say, "Joe, I've started taking creatine to get rid of this stubborn belly fat. I want a six-pack by summer." You see a supplement that all the big lean guys at the gym are taking, and you think, that must be the secret. You imagine it's some kind of magic dust that specifically targets the fat around your middle, melting it away while you watch TV. It's a brilliant thought, isn't it? But I'm here to tell you the honest truth, and it might not be what you want to hear. The big, shocking myth is that creatine is a fat burner. It's one of the most popular and misunderstood ideas in the fitness world. They picture creatine as a little Pac-Man, gobbling up fat for energy. This idea is so powerful because we all want a shortcut. We all want that one simple trick that will finally give us the body we're working so hard for. Creatine is a natural substance that your body already makes. Your liver, kidneys, pancreas, and it's stored in your muscles. You also get it from eating foods like red meat and fish. Imagine your muscles have tiny little battery packs inside them. These batteries are called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, and they provide the energy for short, explosive movements. Those actions use up your ATP batteries really fast. This is where creatine comes in to save the day. Creatine helps to quickly recharge those little ATP batteries, so you can do a few more reps or sprint for a second longer. It's like upgrading your phone's battery from a standard one to an extra large one. Instead of your muscles running out of puff after 6 reps, you might find you can push out 8 reps or even 10 reps. When you first start taking creatine, you might notice the number on the scale go up a little bit. Don't panic. This is not fat. It helps with muscle hydration and can make your muscles look a bit fuller and more defined. It's not making you fatter, it's just making your muscles bigger and more hydrated, ready for action. So if creatine is all about muscle power, so where did this wild idea that creatine burns belly fat even come from? Let's break it down. You walk into any gym and you'll see some of the leanest, most muscular people there, and chances are many of them are taking creatine. So it's a simple but incorrect leap of logic. That person is lean. That person takes creatine. Therefore, creatine must make you lean. But that's not how it works. The myth gets even more fuel from a little bit of indirect truth. Creatine helps you train harder, and training harder can help you lose fat. But creatine itself isn't burning the fat. While creatine doesn't burn fat directly, it helps you do the things that do burn fat. It helps you push out more reps and lift heavier weights. Think of creatine as a turbocharger for your muscles, not a fat incinerator. Building more muscle is one of the best things you can do for your metabolism. Muscle tissue burns more calories at rest than fat tissue does, like swapping out a small engine for a bigger, more powerful one that uses more fuel. So, by using creatine to help you build more muscle in the gym, you are effectively turning your body into a more efficient calorie-burning machine, 24/7. It's a long-term game, not a quick fix. There's no shortcut here. Another reason the myth sticks around is clever marketing. Some supplement companies are not always 100% honest. They might hint that their creatine product is part of a fat-shredding stack, or show pictures of super ripped models on the packaging. But let's put on our science hats for a second. What does creatine actually do in your body? Imagine your muscles are like rechargeable batteries. When you work out, you drain those batteries fast. Creatine helps recharge them so you can keep going strong. When researchers have studied creatine, they've done thousands of experiments, and the results are incredibly consistent. The overwhelming conclusion is that creatine supplementation does not directly cause your body to burn more fat. There's no magical chemical reaction where creatine jumps into a fat cell and makes it vanish. It's not a fat-melting supplement, no matter what you've heard. Studies that measure fat mass in people taking creatine versus those who aren't, a placebo group, find no significant difference in direct fat loss between the two groups. So, what does science say? It does do. It confirms exactly what we talked about earlier. Creatine helps you train harder, recover faster, and build more muscle over time. Study after study shows that people taking creatine can perform better in high-intensity, short-duration activities. For example, a group taking creatine might be able to lift about 8% more weight or complete more reps than a group that isn't. Think of it like this. You're at the gym doing bench presses. Without creatine, you might manage 60 kilograms for 8 reps. After a few weeks of taking creatine, your muscles have more of that quick energy, and you might be able to do 60 kilograms for 10 or 11 reps. That extra work, done consistently over time, is what builds muscle. Here's the key difference. Creatine is like a coach that helps you train harder so you can build more muscle. More muscle means your body burns more calories, even when you're just chilling on the couch. But creatine itself isn't burning the fat for you. A study might not show direct fat loss in 8 weeks, but what it does show is an increase in lean body mass. That's your muscle. Let's say you gain a couple of pounds of muscle thanks to the harder training that creatine allowed. That extra muscle on your body is like leaving a light on in a room. It constantly uses up energy or calories just to exist, even when you're sleeping. Over months and years, this can contribute to a leaner physique. So, the scientific verdict is clear. Creatine is a muscle-building and performance-enhancing supplement, not a fat loss one. It's a tool for the work part of your fitness journey. Creatine isn't a weed killer. It's a super powerful fertilizer that helps your flowers grow bigger and stronger. All right, let's put creatine head-to-head with those flashy fat-burning supplements you see lining the shelves. You know the ones: big promises, bold labels, and usually a picture of someone with abs you could grate cheese on. But what's really inside those bottles? And how do they stack up against good old creatine? Most fat burners are a cocktail of ingredients: caffeine, green tea extract, L-carnitine, cayenne pepper, and sometimes things you can barely pronounce. Their marketing pitch? Take this and watch the fat melt away. But let's break down what these ingredients actually do. Caffeine, for example, can give your metabolism a tiny temporary boost. Maybe 50 to 100 extra calories burned in a whole day. That's about the same as a small apple. Not exactly a game changer, right? And the other ingredients? The science is even less convincing. Fat burners also claim to suppress your appetite or block fat absorption, but the effects are usually so small you'd never notice them in real life. Plus, some of these blends can make you jittery, anxious, or mess with your sleep. Definitely not what you want when you're trying to get stronger. Now, let's talk about creatine. Unlike fat burners, creatine doesn't promise to torch fat directly. Instead, it helps your muscles work harder and recover faster, so you can train more effectively. Think of it as a turbocharger for your workouts, not a magic fat eraser. Here's the science. Creatine increases the amount of quick energy, called ATP, available in your muscles. That means you can squeeze out a few more reps, lift a bit heavier, or sprint a little longer. Over time, this extra effort adds up to more muscle and strength. And here's the key difference. Fat burners try to work directly on your metabolism or appetite, but the effect is tiny and short-lived. Creatine works by making you better at your workouts, which is the real, sustainable way to change your body composition. Let's bust a big myth. Creatine is not a fat burner. It won't melt away belly fat while you sit on the couch, but it will help you build muscle, and muscle burns more calories, even when you're just chilling. That's a long-term win. In fact, creatine is one of the most researched supplements out there. Study after study shows it's safe, effective, and delivers real results for strength and power. No jitters, no crash, just better workouts and more muscle over time. Here's a practical example. If you take a fat burner, you might burn an extra 100 calories a day. That's like walking for 10 minutes. But with creatine, you might be able to do more reps, lift heavier, and build muscle that burns calories all day, every day. And let's talk safety and value. Many fat burners are expensive and loaded with stimulants. Creatine, on the other hand, is affordable, well-studied, and has a proven track record. If you want results that last, creatine is the clear winner. So, if you're a beginner, here's the bottom line. Don't get distracted by miracle claims. Focus on building strength, eating well, and being consistent. Creatine can give you that extra edge, but the real magic is in your hard work. Creatine's real superpower is helping you break through those early plateaus. When you feel stronger and see progress, you stay motivated. And that's what keeps you coming back to the gym. So, next time you're choosing a supplement, remember. Fat burners might sound exciting, but creatine is the one that actually helps you get stronger, fitter, and more confident, without the hype. That's the real benefit. Creatine isn't a shortcut, but it's a powerful tool for anyone serious about making progress. Use it right, train hard, and you'll see the difference where it counts, both in the mirror and in your performance. All right, team, let's wrap this up with a step-by-step guide to using creatine the right way. Whether you're just starting out or want to make sure you're not missing anything, I've got you covered. First, choose creatine monohydrate. It's the most researched, effective, and affordable type out there. Don't get distracted by fancy labels or expensive blends. Monohydrate is all you need. Next, measure out your dose. The sweet spot is 3 to 5 grams per day, about 1 small level teaspoon. No need to heap it up or double scoop. More is not better. Mix your creatine with water, juice, or your favorite shake. It's tasteless and dissolves easily. The most important thing? Take it every single day, even on rest days. Timing isn't critical. Morning, pre-workout, post-workout, whatever fits your routine. The real key is consistency. Mark your calendar or set a phone reminder so you never miss a day. Stay hydrated. Creatine pulls water into your muscles, so aim for at least 2 liters of water a day. This helps you get the best results and keeps you feeling great. You might hear about a loading phase, taking 20 grams a day for a week. That's optional. If you skip it and just take your daily dose, you'll reach full benefits in about a month, with less risk of stomach upset. Cycling creatine, taking breaks every few weeks, isn't necessary. Science shows it's safe to use year-round, as long as you stick to the recommended dose. Let's bust some myths. Creatine does not damage healthy kidneys, cause hair loss, or make you bloated if you use it properly. Decades of research back this up. If you ever feel a bit puffy, it's just your muscles holding more water, not fat gain. This is normal and actually helps your performance. Here's how to avoid common mistakes. Don't skip days, don't double up if you forget, and don't take more than you need. If you miss a day, just get back on track the next day. Track your progress. Use a fitness journal or an app to log your workouts, strength gains, and how you feel. Most people notice better performance in the gym after 2 to 4 weeks. Remember, creatine is a partner to your hard work, not a replacement. It works best when you train consistently, eat well, and get enough sleep. So focus on the basics. Train regularly, eat a balanced diet with plenty of protein, and stay hydrated. Creatine is just the extra boost to help you push further. Once you've got those habits down, creatine can help you break through plateaus and see real progress. Expect to feel stronger and more energized in a few weeks. Just keep showing up and putting in the work. Bottom line, creatine is safe, simple, and effective when used right. Ignore the myths, stick to the basics, and let your hard work do the talking. Now, get out there and smash your next workout. Remember, creatine won't melt belly fat, but it will help you build the strength and muscle that shape your body. Train hard, stay consistent, and let creatine power your performance.